Okay, so now we're going to look at adding rotations. So we could do a little seated arcing. Get a sense of your pelvis, your sit bones. And right from where your hips creases, just tip back a little bit. Nice. Feel your shoulders respond, your knees might roll out a little bit. Tip forward a little bit. And then feel the weight come into your feet. Yeah, it's beautiful. And then put your hand on your low back and push in your feet and feel your low back expand. And then once you feel that expansion, feel how the tip brings that there. And then softly think about your gaze being at around the horizon. Okay. All right, so in rotation, there's different ways that we rotate. So let's just start rotating from our shoulders. Think about your alignment. One hand comes back, the other hand goes forward. One hand comes back, the other hand goes forward. And you have a sense that you're doing it from your shoulders and your head. Now have a sense that you're doing it from like bra line or chest. And it's not a big move. It's just, we're just rotating around our center basically. Now make it come from your hips. So one leg will go forward slightly, the other leg will pull back. Bring your left hand to your hip and your right hand to your knee and feel that rotation, but it's coming from your hips. And then try to keep your knees in line. We don't want the knees drifting off to the side. And then gravity, ground reaction force, push off your feet, your hips move. Now we're adding gravity, ground reaction force. We know our intention is to rotate. Gravity, ground reaction force. And really feel gravity, ground reaction force. The forces move you with your intention or your desire to rotate. Gravity, ground reaction force. Feel yourself lengthen. Gravity, ground reaction force. Now if we got more specific, the foot that is pushing you, so if your right foot is pushing you to the left, that foot pushes away and the other foot slightly pulls back a little bit. Yeah, so you make that connection, beautiful, to the foot. Release into gravity. Now your left foot pushes away, your right foot pulls back. So we're really evoking, release into gravity, the movement from the ground, waiting for the weight to come through you versus you're just doing or following the teacher. Really try to feel that the movement is coming through you. Great, and then let that rest. And just kind of check in. So when I stop doing it, I feel my breath kind of go, there's kind of, for me, a different, I like to call it wisdom or consciousness or presence. I think we mentioned in one of the classes that when we think about our movement on this level, it brings us to the now. We can't really be thinking about much anything else. It brings us to the now. And I think that will help with balance and preventing falls and just really having us continue to let go of how our brain has adapted and created movement that's stressful for us and we don't even know it. Okay, so now just come back to center, relax into gravity just a little bit. Reset, shimmy, zhuzh. And remember, reset, shimmy, zhuzh is just pushing off the ground, feeling your connection to the middle of the earth. I'm also noticing that it's lifting these upper ribs up for me as I do that. Release into gravity. And then just pushing off the ground, feel a little rotation. Now you're going to transfer your weight. You're going to push in your left foot and transfer your weight to the right. Half that much. So you just want to think about your sternum aligned, beautiful, right there. Let your face and eyes come with you as well, somewhere in there, okay? And then you're going to take the left hand back and the right hand forward, but you're going to really feel like you're rotating around that hip. And what will happen is as you get that rotation, in this case, the right shoulder will go low and the left shoulder will go a little bit high. And that matches the spiral angle of the abdominal muscles. And then release into gravity and kind of come back. And then just settle in. So now we're going to initiate from the ground. So you're going to push in your right foot to transfer to your left. Try to feel the up part of the hip, or feel that you don't feel the up part of the hip, and how it supports the chest and the shoulder and the eye on that side. So check on your head, and then you'll push in the left foot away, pull, and then you'll be on a slight angle. Now, okay, did you move over to the other hip, or did you stay in the left hip? Yeah, so notice if you're really staying in the left hip. Is that hard for you? Maybe you have to go smaller on this side to make the connection. The left foot is pushing away, the right foot is pulling back. You're on this angle. And for me, I go into my pattern of extension on my left side. So what I might be able to do is bring my hands back behind, transfer my weight, lean forward. Yeah, this side is totally different. I can't go as far on this side. So you may notice that for yourself on either side. So the first one, we were rotating around our central axis. The second one, we're transferring our weight and rotating the opposite direction. Release into gravity, ground reaction force transfer. Again, push off your right foot to transfer to the left. Rotate and feel your arms get moved. And notice if it's harder on one side or the other. Let's go to the other side. Push off the left foot to go to the right. Feel yourself go up. Push in your feet. One foot pushes away, the other foot pulls back. Feel the ground force rising up to support you. What's happening with your neck? Take the hand that's closest to your hip and get that rotation, and then bring your hand on the back of your head, right where your neck meets your head. And as you rotate, I think it's the other one. And as you rotate, just lift up a little bit there. So as I'm going, I push in my right foot to go to the left. Right foot to go to the left. Yeah, nice, there you go. Rotate, and then I'm gonna push off the ground to bring my hand to my head to lengthen my neck, and all of my core centers go, oh, you want me up there. And my elbow, if I can, might be pointing towards the ceiling, which then gives me a whole different perspective of the capacity of this shoulder. And my helper that I'm recording this with, her elbow is pointing towards the ceiling. My elbow can't go any higher than this here because of my current limitation. But I am making a connection through, and then I'm just gonna come off. Oh, this is my broken knee. I've had it for a long time, and anyway. Okay, so in review, central axis rotation, push off your left foot to go to the right, push off to rotate to feel the angle, derotate. Now push off your left foot, right foot to go to the left, and then rotate, and come back to center. Good, and rotate, go ahead, rotate, bring that hand up, and if you notice on this side, my elbow is able to go higher, so it just means this shoulder for me has a little bit better order. Yours are pretty good there. Okay, last one. Remember, you can pause and do other stuff. Last one is you're going to push off the left foot to go to the right. Feel the length. And then you're going to rotate to the same side. Tuck your chin, maybe take that backside hand or the hand that's on that front leg to lift the head up to give it some, there you go, some awareness. Good. De-rotate. Whew, that one's complicated to teach at the same time. Let's do that side 2 more times. So left foot pushes you to the right. And then lean forward slightly to rotate. Left hand comes forward, right hand comes back. Yeah, and then feel which hand is easier to get in there to give you a cue for your neck. Is it the back? You know, it is that hand.
The long side.
It's the long side, yeah. Okay, let that relax for a minute. So we're really in the brain gym today. So reset shimmy zhuzh might be I just go down into gravity a little bit, push off, weave my way up, feel like it's kind of fun. Push off your right foot to go to the left, and then rotate to the left. Pushing ground force. This leg is pushing, this knee and the back might be turning out, and then the long side hand comes up and lifts. Or feel which one works best for you. Okay, come back to center. Push off the right foot, feel the length, up and over to the left, rotate to the left. Where does this move come in? Bowling. Reaching forward to get into the back seat of a car. We go forward and then we rotate to the same side. Okay? I love bowling. And then just kind of reset shimmy zhuzh. We'll use a sit to stand position to come to standing to check in. So push off your left foot to go to your right. Lean forward, that foot slides back. Left foot slides back. 3 rock. Back foot, front foot up and over. Head responds. Feel the back foot push your neck long. Head responds. Front foot pushes you back. This time we'll come up and over, lengthens, come to stance. Give it a little cigarette move. Feel that it might even be easier now to have your feet under the center of your body. We could have used that as a pretest that we didn't do. Okay, there you go, rotations. Practice on, or swirl on, whatever you prefer.